wingman, Salter is arguably the best pilot in the SAOTO fleet. Her years of experience flying the Scars have honed her into a skilled and mature soldier. As XO of the Retribution following Reyes' promotion, she supports the captain, freeing him to concentrate on tactical planning and execution. Omar Youssef, Staff Sergeant, Marines. So these two previously were Scar, and this guy is from the Marines. Commander of the Marine contingent aboard the Retribution, hardened by years of combat, Staff Sergeant Omar is proud of his men's ability to survive in any environment and win the fight with just boots and guns. Omar's father was a settler on Titan before the SDF took it, giving Omar's fight with the SDF a personal tinge of revenge. E3N, Petty Officer First Class, Navy. Enhanced Tactical Humanoid 3rd Revision E3N is the newest addition to the Retribution's crew. The perfect soldier, he is not only stronger, faster and more durable than any human, he is also programmed with personality construct designed to integrate him quickly into any unit. Personality construct. McCallum Audrey, Lieutenant Commander, Navy. Mac is the Retribution's chief engineer. After years of working her way up through the ranks, she rose to the level of commander with a ship of her own, only to discover that the burden of sending men to their deaths was more than she could handle. She resigned and re-enlisted as a tech. As an engineering officer, she was ineligible to take command after Alder's death, leaving that task to the highest ranking line officer, Nick Reyes. Diallo Victor Gator, Lieutenant. Diallo has served as navigator of the UNSA carrier Retribution under Captain Alder for over a decade. As navigator, his primary responsibility is to be aware of ship position at all times. Additional responsibilities include planning the journey and advising the captain of estimated accuracy to destinations in draft transit. Farron, a time-tested commander, helms the UNSA destroyer Tigris in the Sato fleet. A close friend of Commander Alder, former captain of the UNSA Retribution, Farron has fought side by side with other seasoned commanders throughout the SDF conflict. Gibson Laura, Lieutenant. Air Boss Gibson is the heartbeat of the flight deck, responsible for maintaining and facilitating all hangar-related operations. Highly respected and competent, she is a multitasker who runs a tight ship and pushes her crew to perform at the peak of proficiency. Griffin Maynard, the Griff. Raised in a Tennessee family with a history of career military service, Griff is a soldier born and bred. After losing an arm during a skirmish with the front, he decided to retire from the front lines and take up a support position in the armory of the UNSA Retribution. Brooks, Scene. Brooks has been Staff Sergeant Omar's second in command for years. Now he's a corporal. A quiet and serious leader, he can be relied upon to execute his superiors' directives flawlessly. The first of his family to join the Marines, Brooks does his best to represent his home country of the Republic of Ireland with honor and distinction. Kashima Todd, Private First Class. Kashima is known to the Marines aboard the Retribution as something of a class clown. Effusive and outspoken, Kashima often ends up as the brunt of the Marine jokes. Still, he is well respected, particularly with his survival skills, born and raised in the Canadian North. Sotomura Evelyn, Chief Petty Officer. Sotomura is the Retribution's boatswain. Born to a Japanese family with a history of naval service, she proudly follows in the footsteps of her ancestors. Sotomura graduated at the top of her academy class and has provided distinguished service to Saito throughout her career. Yetide Ebele, Lieutenant Junior grade. Drop Officer Yetide is the Retribution bridge crew member in charge of initiating and monitoring the risky and dangerous business of faster-than-light travel. Born in Nigeria, Yetide took advantage of the country's quickly growing tech sector to become a highly educated regarding modern electronics and propulsion systems. Klaus Erwin, Petty Officer First Class. PO1 Klaus is the deck handler assigned to Lieutenant Nick Reyes of SCAR Team 1. Working under the command of Air Boss Gibson, Klaus' German-born and highly efficient efforts feverishly to make sure that the Jackals under his supervision are fully outfitted, refueled, launch-prepared, and combat-ready as quickly as possible. Boggs Lee, Lieutenant Junior grade. As a Raven pilot, Lieutenant Junior grade Boggs is tasked with providing surface-to-air transport for the Retribution's Marine contingent and their heavy armor. Marines are known for referring to naval pilots as bus drivers, but Boggs takes it in good humor, shutting his rowdy passengers between mission and ship. Holden Torrey, Chief Petty Officer, Navy. As Communications Officer, CPO Holder runs the communications department. She sends and receives messages to and from other aero spacecraft and planetary facilities via various sophisticated electronic equipment, including computers, satellites, cryptographic devices, and high-power transmitters and receivers. Alder John, Commander, Navy. Commander John Alder, a decorated veteran of the Succession War with the Settlement Defense Front, was the captain of the UNSA carrier Retribution. On the May 7th, Alder commanded his vessel to ram the Olympus Mons. While successful, the damage to the Retribution was extensive. Among the casualties was the ship's captain himself. Hamilton Carl, Electrotechnical Officer. Ito Hamilton joined SADO after working with vehicles for years in civilian life. His expertise with all the conveniences of the fleet, both large and small, has made him highly valued member of the Retribution's crew. Chief Engineer McCallum trusts him with the most complex engineering tasks. Phelan Michael, Chaplain, Navy. Phelan comes from an Irish family with long history of military service. His brother defected to Mars in his 20s, while Phelan instead joined SATO. The Retribution's resident spiritual advisor, Phelan does his best to support the crew through difficult times. Koch Salin, Admiral, SDF 8th Orbital Fleet. Admiral Salin Koch is one of the most ruthless, brilliant, self-assured and capable naval tyrants to ever command a modern warship. As a boy, Koch was fostered in the post-succession warmers. His only knowledge of the third planet from the Sun was the carefully controlled narrative propagated by the Settlement Defense Front. Raya Akil Min, Senior Operative SDF. Commander Akil Min Raya was chosen by the Settlement Defense Front High Command to lead the key espionage action behind UNSA lines that would prepare the way for the SADF invasion of Geneva. After being smuggled to Earth by the SDF spy network, Raya assumed an altered identity and took a job as a civilian tech assigned to a computer maintenance at the AATIS control tower. On May 7th, he killed the guards defending the control room and took control of Earth's Iron Shield, using it to destroy the UNSA and SATO fleets during Geneva Fleet Week parade. And obviously he was very successful. Salter, disciplinary review. Salter, Nora.
Okay, you ready to face the music?
Always. Born ready, flyboy.
Alright. So, Admiral Rains, a man of great wisdom, has ordered us...
Are you brown-nosing right now? You're totally brown-nosing.
This is the Navy. I believe the proper term is blue-nosing. May I continue?
Please.
Thank you. As part of the Admiral's progressive command decree, our evaluation process includes an interview to be filed by a squad mate of lateral rank in this case. That's yours truly.
Be advised, I will be recording my interview with you as well, so watch your ass. Tread accordingly, Lieutenant.
Noted. Let's talk a little bit about your disciplinary record.
Let's not.
It's on the list, so...
Go ahead.
You had some issues with Major Kenny.
Major Kenny was a major blowhard, and he was full of shit. And his wife was a stuck-up broom rider.
Oh, man. I'm gonna have to edit this.
Whatever.
Well, to keep things copacetic, just tell the snake story.
You are gonna have to edit this.
I know.
So, I overhear this guy in a bar talking about having the record for flying low. Says he can fly under snakes. So I chime in.
Of course you do.
And I tell him that you can only tie the record for flying low.
Right, because eventually you're just landing or crashing.
Bingo. So I see the guy the next morning on the way out to the transport, and I say, "Good morning, snake shit." And he says, "That's major snake shit, Lieutenant Salter."
And that was Major Kenny.
One and the same. Never got back on track after that.
You buzzed his house in San Anselmo while his wife was hosting the officers' wives club formal in the backyard, so...
I was doing a little low flying myself. Apparently made quite a mess.
You were grounded.
Several times. But when the Major retired, he signed the petition for my Distinguished Flying Cross, so, hey, guess he got over it.
Why should you be re-upped?
I have everything it takes in spades. I understand risk. I multitask like a mother really well. And I take myself and the equipment to the peak of proficiency. Plus, I can beat anybody like a drum. Shit goes down, you want me up.
That's for damn sure. Can't argue with that.
Better not.
All right, I think my work here is through.
Get ready, Reyes. You're next. I'm not
Oh,
nice
yeah.
like you.
Roger that, Fever.
I suspect they won't say anything, but I'll just skip just in case. So that was the discipline review right there. Bridge Intel. Diallo, Victor, Gator, 14th log.
My eyes deceive me, or is there a big-time Jack pilot on my bridge?
Figured I'd come and see how the other half lives.
So, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Just checking in, Gator.
Bullshit. You're doing recon for 8 highly trained aviators who wouldn't be caught dead poking around up here.
I'm on a mission.
I knew it. Let me guess. Operation Why the Hell Was the Admiral on board? Am I right?
Actually didn't know the Admiral was here. We saw Captain Alder and half the Stratcom skip a 2-martini breakfast to do a walkthrough. Oh, something's up.
Why you?
Coin toss.
Don't buy that either. That's your squadron. They look up to you.
Yeah, if they're sitting and I'm standing, maybe. So what can't you tell me that I can't repeat?
Got these images from Captain Alder this morning. Spotted by defense spectroscope, deep field scan. It's gigantic.
Holy shit.
About 300 meters on us lengthwise, maybe 50 wide. Big enemy ship. Tough to find a parking spot, that's for sure.
I'm getting antsy. The good Lord wanted the Navy on terra firma, he'd have made the sky brown. Pilots make bad pedestrians.
The No one's ever collided with the sky. Granted, retribution handles like a brick in the bay, but we got the old girl dialed in.
You think they'll cancel the Fleetweek festivities?
Over a grainy fixture? Bad chance. Didn't cancel evolution over the Loch Ness Monster. Lots of confetti and tons of pride tied up in this thing.
Show must go on. I'd feel better if we were on patrol.
I agree with you, but I deny it on the road.
I'll rat you out.
Yeah, well, just remember, I control the welding from up here. Those plasmaferic winds get awful tough if you're in inverted and locked out.
I can always sick Salter on you.
The nuclear option with the ponytail.
Thanks for the intel, Gator.
Come and see us more often.
It's time to move on. It looks like we'll have to choose ourselves a mission there. Before I do that, I'm just going to take a look of what's outside. Okay. Let's keep going.
Seal the bridge. Commander, drop prep is complete. Course is plotted. We are primed to drop on your go, sir.
Okay, let's do this.
Ready.
Sir, your key now has activation clearance for the fast travel drop ignition.
Check. Switch is set.
I have Tiger's Captain Farron for the commander.
Patch it.
Captain, Tigers will drop in outside the area of operation. Once Red joins, we'll hold position until your Marines are ready. Good flight. Out.
On you, Captain.
Go for drop.
Station Alanza. Away in 3, 2, 1.
CPU fire. Reach sector 3.
Status?
Location accuracy is 0.97. Hull integrity below normal.
Can we make it, Gator?
I'll get us in.
Steady as she goes.
Exiting the slip.
Influx in 3, 2, 1.
Get that fire out!
Yes, ma'am. Got it, Lieutenant.
Commander, Tigers is set for South. Notify when your Marines are staged for insert.
Tigers are standing by. Let's bug out. You got the con, Gator.
Aye, sir.
Lieutenant, Captain, I'll see you to the armory.
It looks like this is where we are going to pick up the weapons before we go. You're so dirty.
Captain,
Staff Sergeant Omar's squad is on the well deck.
why is Sergeant Omar taking lead on this?
It's a joint operation, Salt. He's the senior Marine on board.
He disrespected you.
Don't let him under your skin.
Warrant Officer Griff is expecting you both in the armory, Captain.
Let's go.
Griff?
Lieutenant, cleaned up around here best I could, considering we'd be getting a visit from the captain.
Nothing's changed, Griff.
Speaking of changes, let's choose your lowdown, sir.
So that's the hangar right here. Some stuff is still burning out there. Let's go and pick ourselves a weapon.
That a Volt, Griff?
Energy weapon. Just got the scan from the surface. Couldn't wait to print this bad boy out. So
I would
what's
say
up?
that's
Reinforcing
just
the lunar gateway.
cleverly tuned AK-47 right
You're going to
here.
want an energy weapon then. Makes quick work of those set def bots. Got some attachments in stock too. Anything catch your eye? Now to round you out, there's equipment. There's frag grenades, old faithful, but we got the cool new shit. Seeker bots and hack tools.
Alright. Let's keep on moving then. Hull upgrade, higher health and less collision damage. Okay, done. Confirm for mission.
That should get the job done.
Hoorah!
Never say die, Captain.
Not on your life.
Give hell, sir. We're behind you.
Okay, you won't be behind me when the hell is upon me.
We
But
need to stay ahead of him, Reyes. None of this is standard operations.
when will you
Not outmatched, Lieutenant.
When do we become the underdogs?
clean your
An
face?
hour ago.
Hold it here! We're good. Boss?
Commander,
promotion, Ethan?
No, sir.
You're the right man for the job, Reese. May all the rest in peace. Hangar shaping up? Affirmative. Top man on it.
Ethan, I want you on this one with us.
Roger that, sir.
Corporal Brooks will check you.